Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Jimena here. So for today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how I do my everyday makeup tutorial. I have been getting a whole lot of questions about this always. I've been waiting. Here it is. So stay tuned and keep watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. So to start off, I'm going to start off with my foundation here. I have the Fenty Beauty, and I will be linking down in the description box everything that I will be using to do my makeup today. So go check it out if you're interested there for the shade color and for everything. But before I start off, you can see I'm wearing no makeup at the moment. The only thing I am wearing on my lips is this Glow Recipe Lip Pop, and it's the best thing ever. I always have really chapped lips, and so this just helps them. It gives them a little shine as well. And so if you guys are interested, go ahead and purchase this. So I am going to apply the foundation all over my face. I first like to apply some foundation on my hand right here, and then dip my beauty blender and begin on the right side of my face for you guys, and it's the left for me, but yeah. Now we want to make sure to go full coverage, and I absolutely love this foundation, you guys. I definitely recommend it as well. It's my favorite foundation because it goes completely matte on you. For my girls who have oily skin like I do, this works wonders because it absolutely mattifies, if that's the right word, and it just overall ends with a beautiful, flawless makeup. Now we want to make sure we go into the neck because there's nothing worse than having two different colors going on. So make sure you get the neck and the chin as well. The next thing I do is that I completely bake my entire face with the Airspun powder, loose powder, and this just overall completes the mattifying process. I like to just dip my beauty blender and then apply a little bit all over the face. You do not even need to apply a lot. It's just like that little finishing touch. As I said, it makes sure that your makeup will stay on throughout the whole day. Now I like to apply this with my beauty blender as well, but you can also use a brush if you would like. Now I'm going to take my Maybelline brow pencil and I'm going to go ahead and start just sort of defining those lines. Now on my brows, my natural brows, as you can see, they already have their shape. And so I don't really need to do much to them. I just want to, I always go for a natural brow look. So I simply just follow through the bottom line, as you can see right here, and then go a little bit on the top. And the key to getting this brow is that we never really go deep in here into like the front part. You always focus on the back. And this just creates a really good illusion of having more of like the full brow through which the back and more natural brow. We move on to the next one. So you guys, do not mind me. I'm just gonna be looking down because I have my mirror here with me. So I just want to make sure that I get every single hair down. Well, next I'm gonna go ahead and use the Maybelline Brow Fast Sculpt, which is, I barely purchased this a couple of days ago, and I have been using it, and it just creates a wonderful natural looking effect on my brows, and it just helps me sharpen them up, like to the point where, you know, you're combing them and they're looking like a very natural. I love what it does to them. See, can you see that? It just like combs my hairs up. And then and there you have it. There I have my brows. Usually it depends on my days where I'm in a hurry. I might not conceal my eyebrows. I probably will conceal them today just so I could show you guys the difference of once they're concealed. So next I will be taking my Tarte concealer. It's the creaseless one. And I'm just gonna go for a, like I said, for a very natural defining brow, because usually like when I go to school and stuff like that, I do not want to exaggerate my makeup a lot and make it look like if I was to go to a party. Although when I am in a mood to do that, I could be very extra. I'm also a big fan of extraness, so yeah. So no hate against people who like to go to school with their full face of makeup. I myself have done that a lot of times. But I'm just saying for like my everyday makeup, I do like to soften it a little bit more, make it look a little bit effortless. Already you can see like that highlight that it gives it, the difference this side and this side. And I still have to blend it out a little bit, but you guys get the point. So I will be back once I'm done concealing my eyebrows and they're done. So I will be moving on to my eyes and the eyeshadow and the eyeliner that I do. And I usually do this using this Kylie Jenner palette. It's the Kylie Pressed Powder palette, and it has these beautiful warm colors. I'm sorry if it's a mess. It's kind of breaking apart because of how much I use it so much. But yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and take the Topaz color and just put it all over my eyelid. And this just starts giving it that that little bit of brown tone that we want, that natural brown color. And you do not have to purchase this palette just because, you know, I use it to do, but you can take any of your brown eyeshadow palettes or any brown eyeshadow that you guys may have, and just you know, start off with the warm tone color and then just start building it up like me. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Then I usually start building it up with a darker color now. So I'm probably gonna take the tiger eye color and start sort of giving it some definition up here in that outer V. Now, when you're blending out your eyeshadow, the key is to blend it out as much as you can by making circle motions up here, because we don't also want it to be like really harsh up here, so you want to blend it, blend it, blend it. And also a tip that I learned was to keep going back to your previous colors while you're blending. This will create also a really nice blend it will give you. So just keep going between the two brown colors that we're using right now, and obviously the darker one you're going to be using to create more depth in the eye and the crease. And I like to bring my eyeshadow out here because what it does is it brings this like effect where it's like highlighting up here my eyes a little bit more, blending this out, and I will be back when I am finished. So now I am back, and the last thing that I do is I do sort of like a mini cut crease depending on how I'm feeling, but today I am feeling a cut crease. So I usually just simply, you can take a brush or you can just do it with your finger. I'm going to be doing mine with my finger. And what you want to do is just sort of pat the white onto your lower lid right here. And you can see it just brightens up your whole eye. And if you guys have eyelids like me, like this, really small, you can choose to keep it in the small little eyelid, or you can bring it up. I also do enjoy to bring it up sometimes over here. Makeup is a beautiful tool. It's full of creativity, really, and it just makes you your own artist, and you can create so many different looks with it. Do not be entitled to, you know, all the time copy other people. Just because they're wearing mascara, then you need to wear mascara. Just because they're doing their makeup one way, then that means you need to do it. No, that is totally incorrect. I view makeup as a way of expressing who you are, in a way. So I am very, like, if I want to do my makeup like this today, then I will do it like this. So I don't really like follow somebody's makeup routine. I have, growing up, I looked up to my sister and my mom's makeup. I always used to see them. My sister is a great makeup artist. She's a licensed makeup artist, and she has taught me many of the things that I know, and I'm super thankful for her. But I do still have my own style of makeup, I would say. And there's nothing wrong with that. As I have said, like, we both are two different people, and we both have our own different likes and tastes and stuff like that. So yeah, but this is what it does, and as you can see, it just overall like pops your eyes out. So that will be done for the eyelids, and now let's move on to the eyeliner. So for the eyeliner, I am very big on making your eyeliner as much like different. I always make my eyeliner sometimes different, and the thing is that I don't really like to do my eyeliner with like liquid black gels or like just a regular black eyeliner. So what I do is that, to make it look more natural, I take a brown eyeshadow, whatever it is, whatever brown eyeshadow that you have, like almost the darkest, you want to take almost the darkest color, but not as dark as like black, that it gets to that point. But what you're going to do is you're going to start working it right here in like the outer corner, and then you're going to be like smoking it out in a way, and this just creates a beautiful effect in your eye. I absolutely adore this look, and how when you're like smoking it out, it just creates a beautiful, can you see that? So you're going to go ahead and take that and just start working with it. Make it yours. Like I said, you know, if you want to add a little bit more darker brown to it, if you want to add a little bit of black to it, go ahead. Please do it, because like I said, at the end of the day, you are really showing who you are while you're doing your makeup. So, you know, enjoy it. So I'm gonna quickly finish this part, and then I will show you guys how I do my wing. I'll be right back. Okay, you guys, so to continue with the wing, I have already completed the smoky part of the eyeliner that I was talking about, and now I'm going to move on to the eyeliner wing. As you can see, I'm taking once again the shade of brown that you guys think is sort of not a light but also not a dark brown, to where it gets to the point that it looks almost like if it's black. Because we do want this to be a natural look going on. But you know, you can choose really whatever brown you think will fit your eye best. And as you can see, I'm doing the eyeliner wing from the outside of my eye towards the inner. That's the way that I like to do it. I just feel like it gives me a very good snatched wing look. And as you can see, I go back and I grab more of that brown shade just to deepen up that color and make it pop even more. And obviously I am just moving on and finishing all of the finishing touches as I go. Okay, so once I am done with that and I feel comfortable with it, I'm gonna take another lighter color of brown and I want to just smoke out and you know, make that underline of the eye a little bit less colorless, I want to say, and it just makes your eye pop out over even more. So I do go in with a lighter shade of brown, and I also go over the eyeliner on the bottom a little bit, and that just creates like this sort of natural eye effect going on here. Next I'm going to be curling my eyelashes. As you can see, I absolutely used to not do this when I first started makeup because I used to be like, what does it make a difference? But now I actually see that it really does make a big difference. So you want to go ahead and do that before you do the mascara. And here I have my Huda Beauty mascara, which is the one that I'm going to be using. It's honestly one of the best mascaras that I have tried, and it's my favorite one at the moment. So I do use this mascara to do my makeup like every day. It's my go-to mascara. And here, as you can see, my eyelashes are already pretty long, as you can tell, but this mascara just lifts them up and it just gives them their natural waviness that we are looking for, the curl. And you can just keep building it up until you're happy with the results. As you can see here, I am moving on to the other eye now, and I am just really taking my time and focusing on perfecting this, because mascara is like the key to almost your makeup look, and it can also be like the worst thing if you're doing it in a hurry, because then you'll get mascara on your eyelid and then there goes all the eyeshadow work that you just did. And I honestly hate when that happens, when you get mascara on your eyelid and you have to like go over and like go do the eyeshadow again and, you know, wipe that off, and it's kind of annoying. But so what I would say is like a tip for you guys is to just take your time with this. Mascara is one of the most time-consuming things, I would say, because you really have to take it slow, take it hair by hair, and I promise you that you will not get any mascara on your eye if you take your time with it and if you are patient. But yeah, now I moved on to the lower lashes. I used to also ignore this step. Sometimes I actually still do, like when I'm not in the mood, but I can see the difference that it makes in my eyes, and it just makes the eyes pop out even more with that lash curled on the bottom as well. And so I do this most of the time, I would say. Yeah, so I would recommend for you guys to do that. You can see those eyes popping out already, and this is going to be the complete tutorial of the eyeshadow and the look. And now we're moving on to the next step. And obviously, you can always go back and look for touch-ups. I know right here I'm looking for any mistakes or any little touch-ups that I can go back and fix. Because usually, like, once you leave the house, like, it's over. Like, other people are going to look at you. And then you're going to see that you have, like, this little dot or this little mistake going on here. Or maybe, like, your eyeshadow is not blended enough. Like in this instance, my lower eyeshadow on the bottom of my eyes was not like blended out enough. So I just went back and fixed that little touch-up mistake. No biggie. So now we are going to move on to the contour of the nose. So I'm using the Fenty Beauty stick today to contour my nose, and usually this is what I always use to contour my nose, and it just creates miracles, as you guys can see. I don't really like to over exaggerate my nose a lot, because I don't know, I feel like it just looks kind of weird when you're going more for like a natural look. But I still just like to go over with this little simple contour stick, and it works magic, as you can tell right now in a moment. It just it's it makes your nose looking really snatched and pretty. And you know, you guys can also choose to skip this step, but I just love how it snatches up my nose a little bit more. And I'm putting contour on the sides of my noses right now, and I'm going deep into my eyebrows, as you can see, and that just gives the illusion of the nose being a little bit smaller. And then I also do the bottom of my nose, as you can see. And I'm no professional at contouring noses, but I think I do a pretty good job. On this day though, since I am doing my everyday natural makeup and I'm, you know, rushing to get to school or whatever it is, I usually don't really waste too much time on these steps, but I do still add quite a lot of contour. Now I'm moving on to my cheekbones. As you can see, I put some of the contour stick there as well, and you just want to blend it out as much as you can. And this is just, it just gives me like that definition of my cheekbones that I absolutely need, and it just snatches my face out even more. And who doesn't want to be, you know, have a snatched out face? It just makes really a big difference in my face, and I love it how it makes I already have big cheekbones as they are, and this just makes my cheekbones pop out even more. Now I'm going into the Morphe palette, which is the highlighter and the contour palette, and I just like to go over the contour color once again and add that powder shade onto the previous Fenty contour stick shade. This just overall gives it a more natural look. It makes it look less harsh since it's powdery, and it just, for me, it also just sets everything into place. It sets the contour into place, and it just overall sculpts my face in a very natural and a very nice way. As you can see, I'm moving on to the sides of my face, just for a little bit more sharpness on those edges that you want. And yeah, I just keep on blending that until I get it to where I want it to be. And I keep blending, I keep on adding more. One tip about makeup as well, start with small amounts of product and move your way up from there, because I know that it's easier to start off with a little bit and start building it up rather than add way too much makeup and then it just looks like a complete total mess. So I actually learned that tip as well. So now moving on to adding my loose powder onto the bottom of my contour, and this tip I actually learned and it has been life-changing. It actually, as you can see, it finishes off that contour that we want, and I also add some to my nose just to finish off that contour nose job type of thing that I want, and I want it in a very natural way, so that's why I'm putting the loose powder, just to finish off that job. You can also go ahead and, if you want, add concealer to the sides of your nose to make that even more snatched, but since I am doing my natural everyday makeup, I just prefer to use the loose powder. And now I'm going back to the Morphe highlighter palette, and I'm gonna get some of the highlight and put some on the tip of my nose. And this just overall gives me the glow. I also go and add some on the bridge of my nose as well, and it just gives it that illumination that the whole face needs. And highlight is also very optional these days, although highlight has been very popular, and I absolutely love adding highlight to my nose and to the sides of my cheeks, and it just makes the whole face just more highlighted, and it just makes your face pop. I also enjoy to add some of the highlight on top of my eyebrows, which you can see right here, and this just overall gives it that sharpness and that little highlight moment that, you know, you can never go wrong with. And add as much as you want, you know, highlight. Some people like to add a lot. I like to add, you know, a good amount of highlight. So now here I'm going back and I'm dusting off the excess powder that's left, and I am, you know, getting rid of it and just overall setting my whole face up. Okay, so there you go. And just, you know, okay, so we're moving on now to my almost my favorite part. I would say we're doing the lip combo that I'm really into right now. There's this gloss, you guys have to get this gloss. It's one of the most amazing glosses I've ever tried. And by the way, none of these makeup products that I'm using are sponsored. Nobody has sponsored me. I'm just generally letting you guys know what they are. They are the bomb. But if you guys do want to sponsor me, then you guys can, you know, comment down, and I would love that. So I'm using this lippie from Colourpop, and the shade and everything will be down in the description box if you guys are interested. I'm just outlining sort of like the outside of my lips a little bit to give it that nice color that I want. And once that is done, I'm going to take the gloss that I'm talking about, and I'm going to just put that in. Wow, it's such a, look at that shine that it's giving those lips already. So I go ahead and put that over the top lip and the bottom lip, and wow. This is like my favorite gloss at the moment. It just gives you that glow that no other gloss has ever given my lips. But yeah, it's my favorite lip at the moment. And so for the finishing touch, for the makeup, I'm going to go ahead and add blush. I love to add blush to my face. It just creates the final color that I need on my cheekbones, on my cheeks. And I like to do the blush sort of going up instead of like in a circle motion, just at the tip of my cheekbones. And this just creates, once again, a more snatched look. Once again, you can start with a little bit of blush and start building up. It also depends how I'm feeling that day. If I feel like I need a lot of more blush, I will add more blush. And once again, just give it that color. So the makeup look is finally done, you guys. And now I just went back and combed my hair and got my hair ready. And there you go, guys. This is my get ready with me for my everyday makeup tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and please go like and